Hey everybody, welcome back to In Bed with a Millennial. I'm the Millennial, Javeda Bay, and this is my bed, and it's Pride Month. I love it. Do you love it? You should love it. It's Pride Month. It's a good time. But since it is Pride Month, I figured, let's take a deep dive into all things gay. And so today I want to start out with talking about the word queer because it is a complex word with so much happening within it. And we should talk about it. So let's get into it. What is the word queer? Well, it's a lot of things. It is an umbrella term for different LGBTQIA plus identities. It is a reclaimed word, meaning that it used to be used as a slur and now it's used as something, as an actual label and identifier. It's so much, and we should talk about the so much of it to better understand it. To also make sure like you're using it in a way that feels good to you, or if you're using it in a way that's not supposed to be used, So, as I said, it's an umbrella term. So queer, generally when people think of the word queer, they think about it in terms of like sexual orientation. Using it to just be like, yeah, I'm queer, meaning you're not straight, which totally works. Some people use it as an additional label. So they might say like, oh, I'm a queer lesbian, or I'm a queer like bisexual, pansexual, whatever it is. They may add it on to another label, or they just may use it as a singular label. It's just like, oh, I'm queer. No further explanation. They're just like, I'm queer. And you're like, yeah, baby, I love it. Some people use queer as like a blanket term, so it's like an umbrella term for all people within the LGBTQIA plus, which can get a little confusing because like queer, when you add it to like a sexual orientation label, like it modifies that one, adjectives, but when you use it as like a broader umbrella one, then it brings in other aspects because you have sexual orientation and then you have gender identity, and you can also use it in that way. So you have folks that say like, oh, I'm gender queer. So queer gets real complex, real fast. And you might be like, okay, well then how am I supposed to know? You don't. When somebody tells you they're queer, they're telling you that they're queer. That's not anything for you to press further on to be like, oh, but what kind of queer? Like, they told you queer, they're using queer. Unless you were dating them and you want to know if they're interested in you, which one likely if they're using queer, they probably are. It don't matter. You don't need to hash it down further, because also queer is used by a lot of people because they don't want to fine tune a label because it doesn't fit them just right. But queer does. So it's important to recognize that queer is used in a lot of different ways as an identifier and a label. Queer, though, historically was used as a slur. It was used as a derogatory term to be like, oh, no. And people intentionally tried to avoid being called queer. And so with that, with it being reclaimed, it has this weird relationship for some people. Older generations of LGBTQIA plus folks are like, no. Do not call me queer. That is a slur. That's not reclaimed for me. Don't use that for me. Younger generations of LGBTQIA plus folk are like, yes, please, queer. That's my label, baby. Call me queer. And we've seen it obviously reclaimed in a lot of language, in terms of like the way it's used in marketing and just like within the community, the LGBTQIA plus community. So it's like really complex because you never know how somebody's gonna react. Older folks might be like, do not use that word with me. No. Other people are like, yeah, no, queer. That's the best way to identify or label me. Everything else feels a little murky. So it's a little split in terms of like how people feel about it. And if you are someone that is a part of the alphabet soup, it's up to you to decide how you feel about the word. Like it's in the same vein. Like some people have reclaimed the word slut. Other people are like, nope, I will never use that as an identifier for myself. It varies from person to person. We all have our own different relationships with language and things of that nature. So it's important to understand that. And then another way that the word queer is used, especially in more like academic senses, is in a political sense. So people may say that they're queer in terms of their politics, meaning that they are probably out here truly trying to rile stuff up. They are activist anarchists. They are here trying to rebuild our world, turn our communities into what we want them to be, pushing for mutual aid. Like, queer, in terms of your politics, really steps away from like our binary system of like Democratic and Republic, and really puts you into a spectrum where you're not looking at the world in the way that we've been told to look at it. So it's really an imaginative political stance. For a lack of better explanation, if you want, we can dive deeper into queer as a politics later this month, but I'm not going to go deep today. But that is another way the word queer is used. And so all this is to say is that there are a lot of different ways to be queer. It doesn't just have to be in terms of who you have sex with, or what your gender identity is, what your politics are. There's a lot of different ways. You can mix them all together. You can solely use it in one specific way. But queer looks different for a lot of different people. And this is important to recognize because it's the middle of Pride Month. Is it the middle? It's Pride Month. I don't know. I can't tell you what we are in the month right now. I'm all lost. But it is Pride Month, where queer is a commonly used term. And we just need to recognize that people use it in a lot of different ways. And we're not here to police how people use it. Some people have different relationships to the word queer, and that is okay. So I just want to take this time to remind everybody that everyone uses language in a different way. That is the beauty of different cultures and communities and backgrounds. Like, language is going to be different. So how people use queer may not be how you use it, and that is okay. But yeah, queer, it's an amazing word. I love the word queer. Yeah, so that is that. I hope that you learned something new about the word queer. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I know I took a little break. I'm sorry, things got hectic, but I'm back, and I'm gonna have so much good content for you this month, and for the rest of the year. And definitely make sure that you are following me on all the social media platforms, because I've got the goods, meaning a giveaway this week. So you definitely want to make sure you subscribe. And definitely make sure that you are subscribed to my email newsletter, because that's where all the good stuff is announced first. And so if you missed it, if you're in New York City, I'm teaching a workshop next Thursday, 7 p.m. It's going down like a pro, Olympic level oral sex skills. And it's going to be a good time. Also, I have never taught a workshop in New York before. So do the right thing this Pride Month. Register for my workshop and be there, because it's going to be a good time, literally. So yeah, make sure you head on over to my website to register, or the link is in the description, whatever's easiest for you. But it's going to be a good time. It's going to be on the 22nd, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And the spot I got for it is like so cute. It looks like a little classroom. It's just going to be a really great time. So register, go register. Tell your friends in New York that I'm coming to town and I'm teaching a workshop, and they better be there or they're going to be square. But yeah, that is that. Make sure you come back next week, because I'm going to have all new content, or maybe just come back on Wednesday, because I'm going to have a new update for On the Road to Dr. Effin, my web series, all about my journey of getting 2 PhDs. But yeah, that is that. Happy Pride to everyone, whether you're in the closet, out of the closet, only told the people closest to you, don't tell nobody, because don't nobody need to know what you're doing in the bedroom but you and who you're there with, whatever it may be. Happy Pride. And friendly reminder, Pride started as a riot against police violence. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna see you later. Deuces.